Yeah, piggy, piggy, piggy. Let's see what we got for relationships. That's, for being basically full, that was pretty underwhelming.
A bond to be counted on.
I thought it was supposed to target mastered skills more. It just avoided every mastered skill that we have. Jeez, that's actually terrible. Okay. Healing, 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 and dodge. I might... The dodge on Bellow I might use, but... So, Bray, the only issue is the crit token is not put on the person that you target with command. It is put on the man-at-arms. So it doesn't work the way you think it should. Maybe it does. Maybe I'm wrong about that. It's been a long time. At one point, I don't think it worked that way. But it does say target command skill. Let's try it out. Well, it isn't that way with the Runaway. The Runaway has a similar ability, Firestarter, and then they have something that makes Firestarter give crit, but it doesn't give crit the way that you think it should. We'll try it out. Let's test it out with command. I don't need bolster on the bar right now. Yeah, we'll test that out. Let's see. It's going to be the resistance encounter. One thing to be mindful of with the Sluice is you don't always get enough resistance encounters to keep your loathing down. So your loathing can get a little out of control.
They revel in debauchery, debasing themselves in the face of the
Eva, you can take the hit with Black Curse and we can fix it. And I like getting the blind here. It goes to the person you target? Okay. The Runaway one does not, which is always really frustrating. I wish certain skills didn't remove stealth. Like that's a good example right there where like I feel like it would be really cool if I could say use command and not have to worry about it. Swing and a miss. So far, so good with our new plan here. We did give him wax inoculants, so. Ah, there it is. All right. I'm a believer.
A brilliant conclusion.
5 bleed? Okay. Might as well. So it does go on the person you target, and as a result is pretty sweet. This is just annoying, though. Do I have any way to hit you? Taking 3. If I do Encore here, I might get Magnesium Rain, and I might get the kill. Alright. Aww. Yeah, so Undeserved Commendation, slightly better than I thought it was.
An inkling of potency still lingers in some of these.
Browsing Recorder, I could not be less excited about, though.
The loathing whispers.
Okay, still got plenty of space. 28 leagues to go.
The pitiless stamp of
So we get like 3 mastery out of this. That would be absolutely amazing. Wilbur, all growed up. Wilbur needs their own icon. The fact that Wilbur and the other big guy have the same icon is a complete disgrace. How in the world does the squeal hit for 15? That's unbelievable. I'm already hitting pretty hard here, so let's do that. Ordained Wilbur is nothing to scoff at. Let's see. Technically, if I wanted to blind, I could do it that way, but I think this is fine. 2 to 25? That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Wilbur's probably just going to do something cheeky again, so we'll just put in more damage, I guess. Good hit.
the fiend's strength dwindles.
Yeah, I find myself liking command more. So I was just going to see if we could get rid of this guy before he did something. Okay, we'll have a blind for Wilbur again. Okay, just kidding about that blind.
The work continues. Relief comes rarely in these times. Savor it.
Shattering squeal. Delightful. Just gonna do a bit of recovery here. Beautiful.
Empowered, emboldened.
All right. Squealing since DD1. It's true. It has to be quite the squeal.
We are the flame, burning brightly for all the world to see.
Apply to attacker when hit if flame less than 40 days. So we can get... So we could get a bunch of dazes. If any enemy has that... This is more of a leper trinket, I think. It doesn't really work for our current setup. Ah, the flesh. Okay, well, everybody wants to fight, so... Eva and Sir Farquaad. Okay, Apocaloco looks like they'll be getting a lot of benefit. So Wilbur kind of is the boss for the sluice, but I understand why that's not completely satisfying. Like, in the same way that there is Her Ladyship and Bonsai Barrett and I forget the name of the one from the Shroud, but double play grenade here seems like good for business. That's my girl.
Early results are encouraging.
Guess he had a weakened token. Field Surgeon, 5% of the time on turn start, Field Surgeon will do you the solid of resetting your, giving you a free healing solve to dole out, which is pretty incredible, honestly. It's very good. We'll see if it procs again during the sluice, but it's great when it does.
We can rely only upon each other.
Oh, there it is. Ask and you shall receive, apparently. So we'll see it in its full glory shortly here. So at the start of the turn, you get this icon, and then it shows up as a healing solve. And you heal someone, but the amazing part of it is you don't lose your turn.
This wound, at least, has been tended to.
The stress is we're just teetering on the edge here. And I don't think we're picking up any more stress, which is why I decided to just go for it. Yeah, you're holding a healing solve, but you have to use it on someone else is an odd one. Oh. Gonna go fishing for a defender proc here, I think. For some relationship, doesn't look like it's there. Try for the heal. Alright, we're out. But yeah, actually, I didn't realize command is also really, really good for farming relationship. Oh, the sickening silence. That was good in another run for us. Well, it was okay. I think I ended up replacing it at the end. But actually, I might have done a run fully with it. It would be really good in chapter 2, I feel like. But I can't help but notice that our stress has taken a turn. Are we lost? No, we know exactly where we're going, Black Curse. I feel like there's a... It shows up a surprisingly large amount of the time, Bray. Honestly. It's kind of shocking. We can heal next time. So let's get the blind in while we have a moment. I'm doing this one because I want the direct damage to remove the block there. This big guy is not ordained, so we should be able to blow him up pretty quickly. 12 to 20 is good. 15, 26 I guess is better. Let's do that. Probably should have taunted up there.
An opportunity squandered.
I want a trinket that activates when you have exactly 2 stress on everyone. That's what I want. Oh, you're 1 off? Sure. We'll put you on 1. Oh, no, put you on 2. Never mind. Max out these relationships. 26 is a big hit.
The smallest variable can make all the difference.
All right. I can't decide. I think I actually might like getting the sluice earlier in runs because it is like there's a like especially like ordained skeevers and ordained Wilburs are actually like decently dangerous. This will not be a mastery-free sluice, so we got that going for us.
The brutish creatures must be confronted.
Oh, I mean, your relationships are all maxed out. We can probably take a hit. I want to know if it just took away 2 or 1, though. If it was 2, I'm not sure I would have done it. Especially not to fight a second Wilbur. It was 2 on each of them. That feels like too much. I don't know, Bray. You might want to try reloading. Sometimes if a stream has been open for a while, things can get a little funky. But as far as I can see on my side, it is my connection is excellent. So take that for what you will. Nine plus 3, yeah, that's exact lethal.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Them some big heals. Let's see. All right, let's try and get the stealthy one out. Nice, got him. Perfect amount of stress not to be easily dealt with.
Appliance of harm.
Just put him on death's door. I guess emboldening vapors could probably be pretty effective as an early game way to build relationship. Maybe we have to start thinking about things in that context. Standard of the 9th. You might as well take that. Do I like Standard of the 9th more than speediness? Yeah, I think I do. I don't need to be speedy right now. I have no need for speed. What were you holding before? Laudanum? Let's give you more laudanum. Gonna keep the linseed oil just in case our last region is Tangle. Because there is no better item in the game than linseed oil for for taking down the general. Who knew that the humble linseed oil would be the bane of the general's existence? Now, you took a hit there. All right, we're going to take the hit with you. I so rarely use Courageous Abandon. Boy, we've gotten a lot of fights this run, though. All right, I'm going to greed this a little.
Malaise, measured and steady.
2-point pig sticker is my favorite. Don't think we're getting there with you, so let's do that. Would love the crit there. Oh, I see what you're saying. I got you. Oh, the double crit there is so annoying. All right. Well, now things are way messier. We don't have bolster on the board. So I'm just going to do that. I'm quite disappointed that...
Persistence will overcome the greatest of threats.
I guess we're only one off, so I'll do that. A crit there for 1 stress heal would have been great, but this is fine. Take you down to 3. Good job, team. Punch that corpse like it's going out of style. I miss bolster a little bit. Always surprised when I see a 7 hit out of Noxious Blast. And then I'm just fishing for crits to see if we can get a little more stress healing. Nothing, though. Oh, well. Could have farmed a bit of relationship with the man-at-arms there. Another mastery, though.
This work is noble.
Peculiar Pods
Necessary.
might be worth taking. I do like its ability to allow us to land our blinds. We have 1 laudanum left. Now we need the laudanum more. Let's get the stress healing. You can never have enough stress healing. This has been a long sluice. My 4:30 cutoff time is looking more and more like what, look like we're just barely gonna make it. Ooh. Can you obliterate masses, or obliterate body anywhere? You can. Okay, we need to be a little careful about that, I think. Better safe than sorry, I think.
A small reprieve from this carousel of horrors.
Yeah. Feeling really good about that decision.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
I don't know if Taunt would have stopped Obliterate Body, but I'm glad now I don't have to find out. It's going to make for a good Howling End right there. Ooh, I really thought you were already dead. Thank you for taking 2 turns to die. Nice. This should be a fun Howling End. 53? It's not bad. Impressively still doesn't put this thing on death's door, but let's go for the blind if we can get it. Didn't get the blind. 9 blight. Not bad. I think that was all from 1. Maybe not. Okay. Nobody at 5 stress, so we didn't miss out on any opportunities.
The one pleasant in the extreme. This work is noble and necessary.
Let's see. Got that. We'll take this and this. Staggering Strikers, I don't think. There's a world where Staggering Strikers, like we could use it against an Exemplar potentially to get that final bump in. But at some point, I'm hoarding too many trinkets for situational things. Put those there for now. So it's because of good RNG from the Virtuosos, each ally on turn start, they resist 100% of stress. So basically, randomly 15% of the time, Apocaloco makes someone immune to stress, which is pretty awesome, all things considered. We did miss out on an idol there.
Rest now for a time.
Flawed release on Apocaloco is annoying.
Precious relics remind us of
Wow, we get another chance at the apron if we want it. Also, how are our relationships just looking? We're at the good doctor. Oh, so we would have removed any diseases we had. So we're 2 off there. We got 2 off there, 1 off there. We are really good. I think this is the time to use the oddly tuned loots. I mean, I think now is the time to use everything, if I'm being honest. Let's dole out our mastery. What's still in need? Encore is still in need. Bellow is a good one to have. So is Stand Fast, though, for the Exemplar. I think I'm actually going to grab Stand Fast for the Exemplar. Command is interesting because it removes the rest. So now the question is, do we want to kill a Librarian or do we want to kill a... We can either lock in the lock-in place trinket, or we can potentially get the crit trinket and get a Snappy Swig. I think the Snappy Swig is better. So I think we're going to the Sprawl. And yeah, I think these are better used now. Can we even use 2 of them? We can. Improvised Strategy, I think also now gets used. We'll go in double. Yep, so 20% stress resist is going to be insane. We should cruise through this next region pretty effectively. And then... what do we have for food to buy? I'll buy one more good food. Now, if someone is going to be using the Snappy Swig, it is likely Apocaloco. We're not getting a Reverberating Redoubt, but I think that's fine. Put that there. Death's Door can go on Black Curse. We don't need to get rid of that. Crit can go there. We could put the Snappy Swig here. We're never going to be fast enough to utilize it, though. I am also about to log off, Rob, so I totally get it. Let's see. So the pig doesn't even do much for us. Most of our relationships are maxed out, right? We have 2 19s and an 18. Well, the pig makes those 19s 20s, so we'll grab that. And then if we go for the candles and chocolates, we can max everything. Also, the Appalling Apron. It's a good tank item for sure. Let's do that. I'm gonna greet it. I want to be max relationships on everyone. This guarantees it. Oh, we're already max on everyone? We had an 18 in there. How did that happen? How weird. Huh. Okay, well, we have that for patching up any dings in the finish next time.
Each improvement, a new variable in the equation of your fate.
Appalling Apron, I don't think... I mean, I like the concept of it, but I don't think we go for it. The Laudanum... we're already going to be resisting 25%, so I think we're fine. So we'll pick up here next time.